snap, read, and you already know what it is. It's your boy Ron Bridges, Bridges on top. Everything Instagram, Twitter, anything you can find me, man. And you know, we got our co-host. He missed last week. I think they just swapping places because like they like 1 week Robin missing, the next week Jerry missing. They just swapping places on me, man. So you know we got your boy, the doggy dog,
Hey,
Jerry.
what's up, man?
Good.
We back at it, man. We back at it. We had to take some time off. I had to take my PTO.
I feel you, man. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that. So, you weren't here last week. We had the blue blood last week, man. But, I had to get another guest, since Robin gone this week, so I had to bring somebody back on. I call him the HBCU recruiter because he just know everything about any recruits going to the HBCU land. Anything, any school you name, he know at least 5 recruits, at least 5 off the top of his head. Not the one, the only, Mr. CFL, man. CFL, man. What's up with you? What's up, man?
Yes,
What's up?
sir. What's going on, my boy?
Shoot, not much, man. It's been a long time. It was the first show, and now
Yeah,
you
I
back
remember.
again. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This amazing, amazing. Shoot, but glad to have you on. Uh, glad to shoot for you to be back. Everything's amazing. So, we're gonna kick this show off, right? Everybody make sure you like. Then I just have to go without the mic. I don't know what's going on. Shoot. But yeah. I'm gonna have to cut that, edit that, all that. Yeah. But
All right.
shoot. But yeah, like I was saying, man, welcome back, man. Did the first episode. Glad to have you back on. I think this is like week 11 for us, man. Been a long way coming. Tell everybody, how they can follow you, how they can subscribe to your page. I'll make sure I have the description down below for you, CFL.
Oh yeah, so Instagram, Twitter, basically it's the same thing. COBIRR, Kobe Orr. That's where you can follow me at, and of course on YouTube, the CFL podcast. Y'all already know. So that's that.
Definitely, definitely, man. Make sure y'all follow this dude. Make sure y'all support this man because he definitely putting out some hard hitting stuff out there every day for y'all. Not just once a week. He putting stuff out there every day. So make sure y'all follow this man. Subscribe, like, and share, man. For real. All right. I'm taking over Robin Place today. Our first business of news. We're gonna go to baseball. We usually don't do baseball much, but man, down there in the G. Down there in the hole, we got Gremlin, man. My boy Page, a no hitter, only the 34th in NCAA history. So played 7 innings through 13 strikeouts. I think it was against Alcorn this past Friday. So that's a big ups. That's a big shout out to Gremlin, especially for HBCU to do a no hitter. That's hard. That's like being perfect at quarterback, having no interceptions, no drops. Yeah, no bad snaps. Like that's damn near amazing. So I know a lot of MLB scouts will be looking at that just for pitching wise because pitching is a strong aspect of the baseball game. So shout out to Gremlin, shout out to their baseball team. Shout out to them when it comes to tournament time. I hope they do good. Y'all got a comment? Anything to say about that?
I don't really follow baseball much, but I do know that a perfect game it ain't easy. So he definitely deserves credit for it. He deserves a lot of love for it. Because, like you said, that's only the 34th person to do that in the Division One history. Yeah, he deserves some love. So that's dope. Like I don't follow baseball much, but that man deserves his props for that because I know it ain't easy.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing, man. It's to be the 34th time, and how long has the game been around? So this is a crazy stat to have. I know this is probably drawing a lot of attention from MLB teams, professional teams, no matter what level. But this will draw a lot of attention to not only SWAC sports, but MEAC sports, whatever HBCU baseball is. I think it's going to attract a lot of scouts to come and look at these players. I know a couple players that played HBCU baseball that made it to the next level, but it's not like it's an everyday type of guy. So I think this probably will help him out with a lot of recruiting.
Definitely, man. If you play, they will come. So, shout out to all the baseball teams in the HBCU land. Shout out to the SWAT. And shout out to the no-hitters, only 34. And that's not a lot, so shout out to them, man. But let's get into the nitty-gritty. The game that everybody watched in HBCU land, that was on ESPN. Jackson State spring game. I can say this, man. The presentation was amazing as far as how ESPN set it up, how Coach Prime had full access, and like it was amazing. Like commentary was there, coaches were there, the band was on both sides. Like everything was amazing. CFL, I'm gonna go ahead and let you start off. What was your pros and cons about Jackson State spring game?
Well, so the pros, right? Like I said, the presentation was really good. Coach Prime making the fan interaction better for the spring game, like answering questions during the spring game. His commentary to go with the reporters as well, having 200 plus recruits on the sideline. Some of the top recruits in the country, 5 stars, everything alike. It gave you the feel of a FBS spring, right? Another pro, Travis. We wanted to see what he was going to do, and they did not disappoint. They gave us all of Travis, and we love to see it. We love the big play. We love the back and forth between him and Shador, and we like that part of it. The bag. I don't even know if I can really call it a bad because if we're being honest, JSU only ran 7 plays out of their playbook, out of their new playbook. 7 plays. They was not finna show nobody nothing, right? And I know like a negative could be the bad snaps that you see, right? The first string center, the second string center did not play. Matter of fact, the first string center ain't even on campus. He's still finishing up classes at ULM. Zach Bro, the transfer, he's still finishing up classes. The second string wasn't there. A lot of those kids you see that was messing up. They're not gonna be there by the time the season starts. If I'm being honest with you. Some actually. No, I'm dead. I'm not even joking.
I know you dead serious, but that's just the game.
Yeah,
that's how the spring game goes, man.
Yeah. And some of them who saw in that game a couple days ago, they're not on the team now. Right now, they're not on the team anymore. They shouldn't have had just like that. So we can call those. I guess we call it a con. We think about cons just because our expectations sky high for that spring game with all the talent that we have. But Jackson State. We looked at it as a spectacle. Jackson State took it as this is a tryout for those of y'all who are on the bubble and making the team. Because a lot of guys who you go see on that field, they ain't there yet. And for as far as the offensive coordinator, he only ran 7 plays. So we didn't even get a chance to see that receiving core at its full strength, and what they can do. So yeah, we ain't close to what Jackson State is going to be. Honest.
Definitely. What about you, Jerry?
Yeah, I think it was good, man. Just from the attendance for one, the presentation of the actual game was amazing. I don't know if you guys are aware, but a lot of times, at spring games, you don't see a band there, you don't see a huge crowd there. There'll be people there, but it won't be as kind of packed as Jackson State game was. I think Travis Hunter brought a huge crowd, and if you look from that, it was a kind of not only a crowd but also brought players too. They had 3 commits after the game. A guy came over from what school did he transfer from? I know a 4-star recruit signed with them that was supposed to be on class 23. He signed a receiver, so he's going against Travis Hunter. That's one of the reasons why he wanted to go there, to kind of go against Travis Hunter, the #1 recruit, against a 4-star recruit type of deal to get better. But I think they did tremendous in that presentation of the game, and I can only see great things ahead of them as far as that program.
Definitely. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, presentation was like amazing to me. Just far as like the aspect of the game and the aspect of the atmosphere and how they brought the spring game. Like literally, you sitting right there, you feel like you're at the spring game, but you're not at the spring game. So that was an amazing aspect for me, outside looking in Jackson State. So Travis Hunter was advertised like I feel like he's going to be a better offensive player than a better defensive player. I think he has to grow more on defense because once he gets in the face of those big receivers and quarterbacks that's not going to make many mistakes, it's going to be harder for him to, make certain plays. So it's really going to be 50-50 ball instead of 100 ball, what he got going on right now. But besides that, everything is definitely a-okay with me as far as them. Like you said, CFL, somebody got to get cut because them centers, you can't do that with fourth quarter, 2 minutes left in the game, and you snapping the ball over Sanders' head.
I tell you what. 12 kids so far.
Yeah.
The day after. 12 kids.
Sheesh.
And it's still going, bro.
It's a business, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they got to put the best product out on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when you selling a product, you don't want to say, let's say I'm selling, Gatorade. If this Gatorade is not selling, I'm not going to sell it anymore. I'm going to put the best product out there. And that's the exact same thing these programs are doing.
Definitely.
These kids will actually cut themselves, man. They'll get chance after chance, And if they don't get it right, hey, this is a Division I program.
Right.
I'm sure there's a lot of Division II schools, Division III schools, or even another program that would like to have you on their team. So
of course, yeah. That's the bright side of it, right? You'll get an opportunity somewhere else. It's just with the expectations that's here, it's just not gonna happen. But they gonna find homes.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Oh yeah.
So basically, like it's kind of like Deion Sanders treating this like the NFL, like almost like the Patriot way. Like you have your chance to shine, and if you don't, I'm not going to put you back in the game because you're a liability. So now, like you're at Jackson State, you got that 1 year underneath your belt, you're the SWAC champs. If you are a full liability, you're not getting on that field. So ain't no ins, ifs, buts, or whats. You can fight your way back into it, but it's 9 out of 10 chances you getting your way on that field. So best bet is for you probably to enter that transfer portal and probably go maybe a lower level school or go somewhere else where you're definitely needed at and can improve your skills. So,
Look man,
NFL, pre-NFL.
I'll tell you a story I've had. I played Division II football. Again, y'all know Winston State. We had a program there. We had won 8 championships, 8 or 9 championships in a row. So we had established that same type of, you're gonna get it right or you're not getting the game type of environment. But it came to the point where my head coach fired another coach for putting that player on the field that we did not trust. So he put him in the game and he said, "Yeah, coach, you're done. He's done and you're done. We get somebody else that's smarter than you."
Wow.
So
that's cutthroat, man. That's how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you really when Coach Palm says he's looking for dogs, he really means in all aspects, not just physically but mentally. Which is why he'll come to practice every day and let them boys know to their face, I'm actively looking to find somebody better than you as we speak. And they gotta know that. They gotta internalize that mentally and go out on that field and perform every time, but you're not gonna be there. The ones who do are dogs. The one who not, I'm not saying that they not dogs, but you just not cut out for the program that they trying to run. You feel me? So that's just how it is.
Hey man, one thing my coach used to say: don't count your reps, make your reps count.
Thanks.
But now I'm getting to this. Now this is just the idea. Like, why aren't all HBCUs are all I could say Division twos or D1 AA not built like this? Because you don't hear that a lot in Division 1 AA or FCS. Because if dude keep messing up, it's like, as a fan, it's like, why you keep putting on the field if you're messing up? Why you keep putting on the field if messing up? But at the end of the day, it's a Deion effect. So at the end of the day, you can get a plethora of recruits, no matter how, when, what, where, and why. All you just got to do is pick up that phone. Hey, you want to play at Jackson State? I got a spot for you. And all he can do is just hang up that phone. Next thing you know, you see on Twitter, I got an offer from Jackson State. So I guess that's why it's so cutthroat now. It's like Deion know what magnitude he can pull and what people he can bring there. So, that's just amazing. That's a culture change too for a lot of people, because, there's people there that been telling them all their life, oh, you good, you good, you good, you good. But, once you come to that level and you come playing a primetime scene, hey, your ass hit the grass.
Yeah.
So,
man, I'll tell you this, man. Playing at Jackson State right now is almost at the same level of playing, let's say what, a lower level like a Alabama. I don't know if it even like Alabama. It might be like a Clemson or a smaller school, because these kids are treated like celebrities. If you go on their Instagram, on their Twitter, they got millions of followers. They got a lot of followers. And these people feel like they can followed around by cameramen all the time. Documentaries are getting shot. These people are, I want to play here. I'm about to be on TV. This is like playing in the NFL. How many cameras are around me all the time watching my every move? Kids love that type of attention. So when you got something like that, everybody want to come play for it.
Facts.
Sure. Well, let's get to they. I could say they arch rivals. Sure, South Carolina State. Them Bulldogs, man. They had their spring game last Saturday, man. They got some talent out there, man. People be sleeping on South Carolina State. Went like Jackson State and how the presentation was, but they put on a show for their fans. I get a spring game like a B+, because they have so much talent they can coach up, and so much young players they can coach up, that you don't know what's going to happen when the season starts. Like, I'm predicting them to win the MEAC champion for at least in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Unless the conference just die out, but I'm predicting them to win it the next 3 years, and nobody's really going to touch South Carolina State in the MEAC. Just to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's facts. And a lot of people. Like, people say, like, oh, yeah, we know South Carolina State's talented. They truly do not know the kids on that team that's going to pop out next year. At that receiving core, they think not that Wolverine is gone, that it's just Shaq Davis. You will be sadly mistaken when you see Shaq Davis running on that field, and then you see another receiver who looks just as identical to him by the name of Raheem White, who at 6'4", 205 has the same speed as a kick returner. He returns kicks, right? Big catch radius. You got Twin Towers out there now. In the slot, you got Justin Smith-Brown, a pure route technician. Like, the boy would be out there looking like Tyreek Hill if he had the speed. He got decent speed. You feel me? But he's a route technician with great hands, Then, not only that, you bring Kendra Flowers back at running back, the transfer from the FBS level, right? And I'm gonna let you know right now, the freshmen they got coming in, bro, on both sides of the ball, is scary. They will be running back you in the next 2 years. They will be running back you in the next year. Let me tell you what I say. On top of that, you go out and you get the fastest player in the state of South Carolina, and I think his last name is Burgess, Shamonte Burgess, if
Yeah,
I'm not
Burgess.
mistaken. He's there. Yeah, Shamonte Burgess. On the defensive side of the ball, every corner that you sign is over 6'1". Long wingspan, you feel me, to replace the Kobe Durant and Zafir Kelly. Jablonski Green comes back on that defensive line. We know what a beast he is. You got what's number 5? I forget his name. The linebacker, he's NFL talent. BJ Davis. BJ Davis, he's NFL talent. People don't even understand. They got Tyrese Nick back at quarterback. So even if Corey Fields ain't producing, Tyrese Nick is there. You got the number one dual threat quarterback in the state of South Carolina. Bro, they stacked.
They like I said, they freshman class this coming up year is gonna be retarded. And all they got time to mature. That's all they have is time to mature. And be ready. But go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, I kind of agree with y'all, man. You know, once you start a winning program, it's very easy to kind of get the recruits coming like, hey, we got a ring. I got a ring right here. You want to win a ring? Come on. So all of the top recruits of the MEAC, they'll see that and want to go, you know, to the South Carolina State. So they're building a program to be dominant for a very long time. But just to kind of piggyback off, you know, what you were saying earlier, that quarterback, man, he was looking very elusive out there. Like I'm watching some of the game, he was like a lot of read option. They were doing a lot of read option. He was just making everybody miss.
Yeah.
And that's not even trying to, you know, throw the defense under the bus. Man, the defense isn't bad. You know, defense isn't bad. But he's just that good. So I'm expecting a lot of great things out of this program as they continue to build. You know, I think they're going to be good for a long time in the MEAC. I think they're going to win it this year. If not next year, you know, and for a few years to come. I think it'll probably be, you know, something might have to, you know, kind of shake the water, or something might happen for them to kind of be taken off of that high horse, for them to kind of come down from this winning streak.
I agree. As a matter of fact, I think like they go undefeated in the MEAC, right? But there is a point in time where it will get hard, because of the MEAC is a dog conference. Delaware State is just a couple of touchdowns away from being in the Celebration Bowl instead of South Carolina State. Like, I don't think people understand just how close they came. Their defense was probably the best in the MEAC. They returned all of those guys. You know, and Simeon Wilkinson, the star running back, that's the biggest loss from the team. You lose him to a Power 5 school in West Virginia, you're still fine. You know, I think they have one of the most underrated receivers in HBCU football. He's coming back. He came from the Division III level. This kid is just an actual gem that went overlooked. He's there, man. Like, Delaware State is very close. If they could knock out South Carolina State, they came so close the past couple of years that when I interview those players, they really want to see them again. Like, they want that opportunity to finish the job. So if South Carolina State don't make it, give me Delaware State for sure. But I think South Carolina State should run the table.
Yeah, I think so too.
Is that game at Delaware or in Orangeburg?
It's going to be in Orangeburg this year. So I'm going to go to that.
Yeah, Orangeburg going to win.
That's going to be a good one, man.
It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close game, but because when you in the Orangeburg,
it might even come down to injuries, man. If South Carolina State is able to stay healthy all year, they might be able to take it. But if they got a couple injuries here and there, especially the important positions like offensive line, God forbid quarterback, God forbid receivers, anybody like that, it's a very important position. It might be like, Delaware State might take it from them. So.
That's facts, because Shaq Davis missed 3 weeks of last year. Like, every FBS school they faced, Shaq Davis was hurt that game. All the big schools that they played. So they got to stay healthy. Rakeem White, he could have came time for the Celebration Bowl. They just decided to keep him out. He's been hurt ever since the Alabama A&M game, which was week 1 of the season. So I mean, they have to stay healthy. But they should be.
Definitely. The key matchup for me for South Carolina State is FAMU, because Coach Willie got Buddy Pugh number. I think he 3-0 up on him now.
Yeah.
So you go back to Orangeburg, and it's always hard to play in Orangeburg, even though there's nothing there and just grass and trees,
That's it.
grass and trees, and people tailgating. There's nothing there in Orangeburg, but I don't know why it's so hard to play in that damn field. So that's like one of the key games I'm really looking at, and definitely that Delaware State game. I want to see how they overcome these challenges this year, and especially hope they don't get people injured. And if they do, let's see what the freshmen can do. All right, that's the big question. It's do or die time for them. So South Carolina State, y'all, I think y'all gonna look good this year. Y'all should be proud. Them Orangeburg people should be proud, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. But next topic, man. What HBCU player will get picked up in the draft? It's a plethora of HBCU players that's was in the combine or had their field day. What key players that y'all feel like, or what key 3 to 4 players y'all feel like that's going to get picked up in the draft, or late in the draft or early in the draft?
Three off the top of my head that I feel like for sure are going to get drafted: Marquise Bell, James Houston, Jacoby Durant. I think those 3 are like a for sure, like they they can get picked up by somebody. If I had to choose a 4th, then I'm gonna go Akil Glass. Just because I feel like he's done enough to get drafted, but I'm not sure if he will, because they might try to slight him just because he's out of the HBCU conference. And then Ja'Tyre Carter, we forget about. I forgot about Ja'Tyre Carter, the offensive lineman for Southern, one of the best offensive lines in the FCS. I think he'll have a great opportunity at getting drafted as well.
Yeah, for me, you actually took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to go that exact 3. So, we got Bell. Bell is lit up the combine. He's lit up the stat sheet. He's looked good all year. It's not really been anything that's kind of held him back from getting to being the first guy off the board as somebody coming out. But I also want to point out, those 3 that you said were great. Those are the 3 people I would pick as well. But I got to go back to my CIAA roots. Joshua Williams, you got a 6'3" cornerback, 197. He looked amazing at the combine. His hips are amazing. He has fluid hips, and to be that tall, it's not very it's not prominent to find fluid hips at a corner at that height. I think one of the top corners in the draft, Amar Garner or Sauce Garner as they say, he's a guy like that with fluid hips, and it's a pretty tall for a cornerback. So I think Joshua Williams, he's not going to be one of the first to come off, but I do think he will be able to make an impact on that next level.
No, I forgot about Josh, man. I really did. I'm glad you brought him up. No, I really like Dude's game. I really love Dude's game. And the fact that he's doing all this and he's impressing these scouts from the Division 2 level, that is so dope. And I like that comparison that you made to Sauce Gardner too. I think they are the same kind of athlete. So good comparison there. But yeah, like he should definitely get drafted as well. After the Senior Bowl performance with the one-on-ones, I saw him holding his own weight against some of the best receivers in the country. Yeah, he should definitely be picked up.
Definitely. Y'all basically said the same 3 I was gonna say, especially like the other 2 O linemen from Southern, the damn best O lineman in LCS basically. Williams. I feel like he's another Roger Cromartie. Like he's one of those tall corners that can be physical, that can play zone man. Anything you ask, he can play. Akil Glass, like you said, CFL. It's really gonna be hard for him to get drafted, like because he played in FCS and he played in the SWAC. So you put those 2 factors, he has to make, like you said, he has to put on a show for everybody. He has to make those throws that 10 times better than what what the Division 1 people are throwing.
And he can. He can do it.
He can.
It's just that I feel like they're gonna slight him just because of him being in the SWAC. I think he's more than talented enough to get drafted, but I think they'll slight him because of where he comes from.
Yeah, and that's the downfall. I feel like that's the downfall of the SWAC because of competition, and the 3 out of conference games. Well, if you take away one of them because you got to play the money game, then school needs the money. So the 2 out of conference games, man, these teams gotta start playing somebody so they can be compared. Like, okay, I see where he levels up to. But Akil Glass, he really should be a fifth, sixth rounder. If he don't get drafted in that fifth, sixth round range, I'm gonna be like, okay, what's really going on? Then you start asking questions. Will he get picked up? It's it's the third day, 7th round. Will he get picked up, or will he just get picked up? Free agency. So, I just hope the best for him, and that will help other quarterbacks to get in the draft too. As far as will he be the first in a long time coming? So,
right.
Yeah. When it comes to a kill for me, just professional football as a whole, it's hard, to get into that level as a quarterback. So coming from an HBCU in general, they're going to already doubt your abilities when it comes to knowledge at that position. Because one of the best quarterbacks coming out right now, one of the top ranked quarterbacks, Malik Willis. They're talking about him the same way. Oh, he didn't play competition. He didn't do good against competition. So when it comes to a kill, they're going to think the same thing. I don't have any doubts in his ability. I know who he's been coached by. He has some amazing coaches. So I know he's prepared to be on the next level. So when it comes to him, that last day of the draft is when I could see him coming out. If not a free agent type of guy, but I do see him shocking. Again, I see him shocking everybody when he comes in the league and he start, torching defenses and saying, "Oh, I didn't think a guy from an HBCU could know how to do this. Oh, I didn't think a guy from HBCU know how to read a defense." When he's doing things like this, I can see them kind of saying, "Oh, maybe we need to go to HBCUs more and recruit quarterbacks." Because quarterbacks is one of the hardest positions to kind of translate from college to NFL. Not only that, I think offensive lineman is a pretty hard position when it comes to like jumping from a HBCU to an NFL type of game. That's why I kind of picked the secondary, because secondary position, I think that may be an easier translation. It's not saying it's easy, but I think it's easier than a quarterback position.
Definitely. And just imagining like it could be at least probably like I say about 10 HBCU players could get drafted in the coming up days. This probably be the most watched preseason games this year for the NFL because a lot of HBCU schools are going to be watching to see what these cats can do on the field. Right. So just looking at that's going to be amazing. I know their rate is going to go up because you got damn near all of the SWAC and the MEAC and especially CIAA and all these other conferences going to be looking in and seeing, okay, what can they do? Can they ball out these 4 games that they have? So, that's going to be amazing to see them get drafted, to see them, live out their dream because, at the HBCU, it's hard to live out that dream trying to go to the NFL. We ain't Alabamas, we ain't Clemson's, we're not Oregon's, but, if we can play it, we can play. As long as y'all come and watch. Yeah, if you can ball, you can ball. So as long as it's between those white lines, hey, let's get it. But just coming off all these spring games, seeing the a plethora of talent out there, just seeing what these guys can do, knowing that a lot of their people are not there yet. What top 5 HBCU teams that y'all see right now that y'all can rank 1 through 5, before season starts?
Like just in any order or just
1 through 5.
1 through 5?
Yeah, we gotta make it tough. We gotta make it tough.
All right, so State, they're defending national champions. I'm going to put State number 1. They deserve that spot. They worked through the gauntlet. They finished the gauntlet, and they won in convincing fashion against some of the top talent from the FBS level of Jackson State. They got to be number 1 for that reason. Jackson State running through the SWAC, which was not an easy thing for them. They almost didn't do it. They're my number 2. FAMU right there at number 3. I feel like I want to say Southern. I'm gonna go Southern. Number 4. I'm gonna go Southern. Yeah, because the spring game impressed me. You know, I was impressed with the spring game for 7. So I'm gonna keep 7 where they at. And for number 5, I'm not sure. That's up for grabs. Maybe Auburn.
Okay.
I'll put Auburn.
Okay.
Who'd you say? Who was the 5th one?
I'll put Auburn. I'll put Auburn up for grabs.
Oh, okay.
So what about you, Jerry?
You know, man, I gotta go with my boys first. I gotta go with my boys, them Rattlers. Gotta go with the Rattlers first. I may be a little biased, but Rattlers number 1. Then I think, Jackson State. Then I think it's South Carolina State. That's what I think.
I mean, it ain't bad. You know, like I get it. You know, FAMU's right there. Like, so I understand.
So we got FAMU, you got South Carolina State, Jackson State, and then I gotta throw my old coaches in the Alabama A&M. Those are my guys. So I just know the ability they have at coaching. So I just know, and they added some of my former teammates to that coaching staff. So they got some great guys in there. That fifth spot a little tricky.
It is.
The fifth spot is a little tricky. I don't want to go Alcorn. I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's go with I go with North Carolina Central. North Carolina Central. My God.
Okay. I like that last one. That last one
that's good. Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Yeah. Shoot, mine. I don't even know. Mine's really. Whew. It's been really between FAMU and South Carolina State right now. The only reason I put FAMU first is because they got the record over South Carolina State. Yeah, if they didn't have that record over South Carolina State, then I'll probably put South Carolina State number 1. So FAM first, South Carolina State, then Jackson State. The only reason why Jackson State number 3, because i.e. they got beat by South Carolina, and they only won 1 point against FAM, and that game last season opened everybody's eyes to what their weaknesses is, and we can still see those weaknesses at the spring game. So a lot of people are literally devying down on their recruits, to making sure their defense is A1, so they won't have a problem with Jackson State. So that's why Jackson State number 3. Number 4, sheesh. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the spring games I don't watch. I'm gonna say Southern number 4, because they running back room and their offensive linemen always be there. Like that. That's like their bread and butter. Like, you about to go to what's that place? Cracker Barrel, and their pancakes and syrup gonna be here every time. So that's like going to Southern. You they running game gonna be hitting every time. So you ain't got no doubts with that. And my 5th one, I'm gonna have to say Bowie.
Who?
Bowie State.
Bowie State?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a hot take, my boy.
Because think about it. They the only HBCU that lasted that long in the playoffs in a long time. And they was coming from the trenches too.
Since your boy played in 2012, that's back when last time he did it. You want to be honest.
So you got to think about it. Like, the level of competition they had to go up against, and every week they was winning. I was like, okay, they may not win this week. Next thing you know, they won that one. All right, they ain't gonna win this one. Then they win that one. They was like, all right, they like that. They Bowie State like that. So I'm looking for a repeat season for them, for definitely Bowie State. I'm looking for them to go to the playoffs. You know, I wish they can build their program up faster because the MEAC need teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
like the MEAC need teams, and by the chance you a MEAC guy, so CFL. Let's talk about this because Howard is so called
Leaving.
leaving. Yeah, they're leaving the MEAC. So what do you think about that, and what do you think like what teams can make the MEAC how can I say more stronger or more just to hold for a couple more years?
Well, let me say, I hate that schools are leaving the MEAC at the rate that they are. Because I don't, because what's going to the Celebration Bowl? That's my thing. What happens after that? Does everybody just go towards the playoffs? Now you got all these questions popping up. But I'll also say this about the MEAC. The MEAC ain't trying hard enough to get more schools in that conference. As a matter of fact, they still charging schools $1 million just to apply. I think they still charging schools $1 million to apply to join the conference. And I'm like, y'all ain't in a position to be doing. Y'all need to be handing out discounts right now, if anything. You feel me?
What?
So like I think they need to look towards some Division II schools, like try to bring some of them up. I think there was a report that they're trying to get the school out of Chicago, a school that I've never heard of. I don't even see how that's gonna work.
Chicago State.
Hmm?
Yeah, it was Chicago State.
Yeah, Chicago State, right? So I don't know, like maybe Morehouse. Like I don't know, like just bring some Division II school up. Some that's like almost ready to be up there, but they're not trying hard enough to make something happen, and that's what's blowing me about the MEAC. What are y'all doing right now? Y'all don't have the luxury of waiting. Like something needs to happen. I don't care who it is. I heard who was it? Virginia Union. Not no, it was Virginia Lynchburg. Virginia Lynchburg. I heard them in the mix, and then I look at the schedule. They have like 5 MEAC teams on next year's schedule. That's why people are thinking that they're going to come to the MEAC next year. But I don't know what they're going to do. And like they need to make a move fast. I don't have the luxury to wait around. I don't want to see the Celebration Bowl go. But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. Like Jerry, you weren't here either, so I'm gonna let you go ahead too. Like it's crazy that that all these teams, like you see, so you saw North Carolina left, which I feel like North Carolina left for a greater reason. They just didn't leave the MEAC just to we're just gonna leave because we don't like they left because they outgrew the MEAC.
Mm.
Yeah, so like they outgrew the MEAC. We know there was winning ships. There was that was the top dog in the MEAC. So they left, and they're doing okay. They're not doing bad. They're not struggling. They're like 50-50 right now. Just give it 2 more years, they're gonna be top dogs again.
Yeah.
Then you had Hampton left. Then I'm trying to think. Fam, then Bethune left at the same time. So when you had those schools, when you knew Fam and Bethune was leaving to go to the SWAC because of traveling issues, it was at that moment you should have been calling people
Right.
to replace Fam and Bethune. You knew stuff was about to happen when Fam and Bethune left. You was like, okay, we need some more teams.
Mm.
Okay, let's go down the chalkboard. Let's see what's what because just teams now you see dropping like flies, and I feel like it's not good because I grew up a MEAC fan, and I'm like literally 2 hours away from Orangeburg, so like just seeing it kind of die down is sad. But like you said, the Celebration Bowl that's in jeopardy kind of now because we don't know really what's going to happen next year. We don't know what's going to happen the year after that. So, it's kind of sad, but I hope they will find somebody. Like you said, Morehouse is ready to step up. I don't know if Savannah State ready to step up right now. That's kind of like
they tried the Division I thing, didn't they?
They did.
They tried it.
Yeah, so I don't know if they want to step back in that realm. I say Albany State could be that team. They could, but that's a 50-50. So you just got to make sure you add a team that's going to bring value, and probably the only team that you said was Morehouse. But go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It's two different sides to it. You want to bring a competitive team, and then you want to bring a team that's going to be able to stay there with sustainability. Being close in distance, and it's going to be hard to find best of the both worlds. If you want to look for more of a competitive team, you can go to, like you said, Bowie State is a great program. I played against Bowie State in the championship game 2 years in a row. So they've been playing in the championship game since 2015. So they have a great program there. But the thing with that, of course, is too far. They don't have the financial means to, be traveling that far to get to the games. They have a great coaching staff. I mean, I think one of their coaches actually coached at the Senior Bowl. So they have a great program to join, the MEAC if they wanted to. But again, that financial mean is not going to hold them up. But the next closest state, I think Georgia might be the best place to kind of look for that team, to kind of search for it. But again, it's not going to be as competitive. That's probably the best bet. Honestly, I think adding that Georgia team, because it's going to be, like you said, Morehouse is going to be there for a while. If you add, Bowie State, they might be here for a year or two. Say, hey man, I got to step back down. We don't have the means to kind of cover this travel. Or what they could do as an organization, the MEAC, they could issue out more money to each institution than what they're already issuing out. Because that may be the problem. If they don't have enough funds to travel to each game, it may be that the institution is not getting enough money from the conference. I've heard a lot of reviews about that, about the MEAC as a conference, as how they run things, and it hasn't necessarily been good things. I do think that if they are offering teams more money, people will be willing to come.
Right. And it's important to say that what you hear about the MEAC is not on the new commissioner Sandra Stills. Like she really came into a bad situation from the past person who was in that position. So it's important to mention that all of this ain't on her. She just stepped into a situation where now she just got to come in and figure stuff out. It was that past guy and the poor leadership that they had that got them in the position that they are now.
Hey man, she's like Obama in 08. Coming in, taking something that's already bad and trying to make sugar out of what?
Right.
So.
and like low key, she's like you said, coming in like Obama, like he did in 08. You could low key getting hated on because of the mess. You gotta clean up the mess that somebody else made, and everybody looking at you looking like you did the mess.
Right.
Yeah.
Like your mama walk in the door and your little brother done spilled something, and you trying to hurry up and clean it. Your mama think you spilled it. So you like this. Like, I'm trying. I am trying. I don't know what to do. I done called everybody. So I mean, I think they probably do have a game plan, but it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a rough one. I mean, the SWAT was low key in this situation a couple years ago, where I think it was Alabama State and Alabama A&M. I think them two was about to leave the conference and everything because of what was going on. So they can bounce back. It's going to be hard. Yeah, it's gonna probably take about a 5-year plan, but they can definitely bounce back and hit the ball rolling. So I hope the MEAC don't die. Hey, we need to start a hashtag movement. MEAC don't die.
But let me ask you a question. Like, do you think it takes a celebrity coach like a Deion Sanders to come to the MEAC and kind of change things for them? Because I've heard Ray Lewis name a couple times in regards to Morgan State. Does it take a celebrity coach to do that to save the MEAC?
Now, yes. If it was 3-4 years ago, nah, because the MEAC was good. But now it definitely needs to take a more like, okay, we definitely need to find a celebrity coach that willing to put everything on the line, like for real. And I don't think it's really that hard to find a celebrity coach. You just got to find the right team.
Mm-hmm.
And now since Howard will be the ideal team, but they're leaving.
Yeah, they're leaving.
Yeah, so like you can't put that on Howard right now. So I'm trying to think like not Delaware because they got a damn good coach.
That's why I think it's Morgan State. I think Morgan can benefit from, from a celebrity coach. I really do.
And that's probably the team. Yeah, that's the only team I really see that's like that needs that power that can bring in recruits and that can do the same effect that Hugh Jackson did. I ain't even gonna say what Primetime did, what Hugh Jackson did. So it's probably just finding the right person though, because you just can't find anybody.
Who do you think that guy is? That right person, that celebrity coach.
Well, no. All right. So when the Southern job was up for grabs, right? You seen those list of applicants? I saw Kevin Sumlin. I saw his name up there. I'm going to hit up Kevin Sumlin. Ray Lewis has expressed interest in coaching. I definitely hit him up. He expressed interest in coaching.
I didn't know
HBCU at that, so I'd hit him up, and I know for a fact I'd give him stuff for that. Those kind of guys. Maybe
Ricky Williams said he was coaching. He wanted to coach.
Who?
Ricky Williams.
I think about that.
I just had to. Hey, CFL, I just had to see what he was gonna say, but he did concern. Hey, nah, he an assistant coach, ain't no head coach. Let's get this straight. He an assistant coach. He gonna have them boys. He gonna have them boys smoking before the game.
That's the thing. They was like, would you coach if you could give up smoking? He said no. That's why I'm like, that's why you couldn't do it. You're not even gonna have my players out here.
Man, to kind of piggyback off of what you said, man. Now that you say it, Ray Lewis's son plays at Virginia Union University. He played football there. So he's very knowledgeable of HBCU. So I'm not surprised that he had interest in playing. But somebody I want to see out there, man. I know he hasn't coached, but this is my guy. This is my favorite HBCU athlete, Shannon Sharp. If we can get Unc out there coaching, man, I would bring in a lot of people.
Facts. It would, but Shannon ain't gonna give up that company job he got. He ain't gonna give up that job he got to be coaching.
Nope. He got a permanent job there. He got a great spot.
Nope. I ain't gonna do a skip.
If he wasn't on ESPN though, that'd be a perfect. That was a perfect candidate for sure.
Yeah.
Another person that I thought about, old school person, Carter. Thought about him. Even though he ain't coach, Michael Vick.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
CFL.
The recruiting factor would be there for sure.
They would definitely do.
The recruiting factor would be there for sure.
Yeah. Like the recruiting. Oh yeah. With any coach, it would be recruiting gonna be there. They gonna be there. They gonna be national televised, just like Prime is, and just like Hugh Jackson is. But it's just making sure you get that right person for that school, for that community. Because if you just get anybody and they're not doing right to the community and they're not doing right to the school, then it's gonna probably be some conflict of interest. But yeah, they definitely need a celebrity coach. Definitely, it would tilt the wave for real. But that's about it, guys. This was week 11 for us, man. You can always catch us every week on Pre-Snap Read on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, can always catch me posting something. CFL shout your set off again so people can know, man.
Hey, so every social media site is COBIORR, Kobe Orr. And that's it.
All right, man. Thank you for coming again. I know we're gonna have you again and some other time when everybody free. We're gonna try to have everybody here, man, because shoot, everybody just coming up missing. Probably next week I'm gonna be missing. God dang it, ain't no telling with us.
I'm gonna have to hold it down.
Heck yeah, but I see you, CFL, man.
All right, bro. Thank y'all, man.
We appreciate you.
All right, please. Yeah, man, that was CFL right there. Good dude. Make sure y'all follow, like his, and subscribe to his page. We all out here working for y'all HBCU people. Jerry, man, catch us up, man. Like, you was gone last week, man.
Man, I was actually, man. For people that don't know, I'm an impactful educator outside of this right here, man. So, I took a mentoring group to, a national Black Summit convention that was at Clemson University. So, I'm trying to not only impact the HBCUs, but impact the youth, to go to our HBCUs and be prosperous in this world out here. So that's what I had going on last week, man.
That was crazy. I know. I was listening to the radio, and when you told me you was at Clemson, I know Ricky Smiley and the boys was at Clemson, and a lot of people was in South Carolina at Clemson, man. So that's amazing. Glad you're doing your thing, educating them people out there, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You already know. But as you know, Robin had to go do some stuff. We truly miss her. Hopefully she's gonna be back next week. But this the pre-snap read. This your boy Bridges on top. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend. Each one teach one. You already know. And we out.
We out of here, man.
Make sure you follow the pre-snap read on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe to make this page grow. I see y'all. I'm out.